Howdy, Immortalium here, and this is my anime haul from the MCM Expo. Now, just before I actually start showing you the products, let me just give a kind of a brief rundown on how the anime was distributed there. I'm already explaining it in a previous video of mine, but I'll just explain it here for, completion's sake. Basically, there was only one booth there. Jeremy Graves, which is one of the people from Manga Entertainment, was there, so that gave it a sense of officiality, I guess one could say. But the guy running it told me that apparently it was on a sales or return basis, which basically means that he was given all the merchandise, and whatever he failed to sell, he can just return back to Manga Entertainment. And he apparently made 20% off of each sale. So that's how that worked. That meant most of the anime there was full priced, which, I did not appreciate, being kind of, I guess one could say, spoiled by Amazon and Play.com, etc., etc. I was, I was expecting better prices. But there was some prices that I was quite happy with, and those were the ones I ended up buying. Plus, I took a bit of a risk and actually haggled a bit. So I actually got maybe about, for all of these, I got maybe about a little less than 10% off. Which, I was pretty happy with, because that brought one particular release down to an affordable price, which, I was happy to get because I'm really looking forward to it. So let me just show you, first of all, some anime series. I'll start off with what I bought because they were cheap. One of which I've been actually kind of interested in seeing for a while, and another just because, it was cheap. The one that I bought because simply it's cheap is this one, Okami-san and Her 7 Companions. I know nothing about this series. I hear it's a good series, nothing amazing, but pretty good. It seems to have appealing character designs. Let me see. Yeah, barely any extras. I don't know. I bought it because it was cheap. What more can I say? It's another anime series, and it's another series for me to review and to add to the mal, etc., etc. The one that I've actually been kind of looking forward to for a while. I'm not sure why. This series sounds completely ridiculous and very silly. But I've read reviews of this, and I just kind of think, I kind of like to see its kind of quirky, comedic way, and that's Squid Girl. Or The Squid Girl. I'm fairly sure it was originally called Squid Girl, but for whatever reason the anime release of it in the West calls it The Squid Girl. It looks funny. I think from what I heard, the Squid Girl herself, she came up from the ocean to try to get revenge on the people on land for polluting her ocean, and she ends up working at a restaurant for some odd reason. And from what I can tell, it looks like each episode might be broken up into 3 parts. Like, for example, the first episode, it simply says, it seems to have 3 titles. Aren't you going to invade? Aren't you my comrade? Aren't I the strongest? So it seems like, it's one of those kind of almost a sketch show where each 20-minute episode is broken up into several little parts, which eventually lead up to a big gag, with little gags filled out throughout. So I just think that sounds like an appealing premise. It looks pretty nice as well. The only thing is the distributor of it in America, I can't remember, is it Media Blasters? I can't recall. Whoever distributed in America, I think they went out of business, or maybe they're still in business but not distributing much. There's a second season of this, and I don't think it's been released in America yet. So, that's a bit of a shame. If I end up enjoying this, I'd certainly be interested in getting a second season. But I guess I'm kind of, jumping ahead there. So, I have been interested in this series for a while, so why not, right? This series, well, actually, I'll skip that one actually for the moment. This is the first anime limited release I've bought. And in fact, it's, I think, a lot of people's first anime limited release that they bought. I know it's BDT87's first anime limited release, and that is Garden of Words. Now, Garden of Words, I remember when I originally heard that it was only 46 minutes long, I was kind of wondering how then are they going to justify, releasing it onto a Blu-ray by itself. Well, the justification for me is there is an English commentary from the English cast, but there's also a Japanese commentary from the director of the movie himself, with subtitles, of course, as you can imagine. Not only that, but you also get like the works of Makoto Shinkai, interviews, etc., etc. And there's the fact that, you know, he's the only anime director I've actually met, which is quite nice. I've seen Shinichiro Watanabe, but I didn't actually meet him. So just, you know, there's an appeal for that. And plus, I hear it's a really good movie as well. It's supposed to be a really beautiful movie. It's supposed to be a very emotional movie. You know, I'm looking forward to it. And also, I need to get all the anime at some point, like some release from them. So, you know, why not? And I got it for a decent price as well, so why not? So I'm looking forward to that. Definitely check that out at some point. This next one, I also have been looking to for a while. It's another comedic series. At every con I go to, I've been to many now at this point. I've been to the London Comic Con. I've, you know, been to the London MCM. I've been to the, you know, Dublin MCM now. I've been to Con. I've been to a lot of cons. And it seems to me there's always several people dressed up from the series at every single one of them. So it has a fanatical fan base. It's been very well received. Not for its animation, but for its style and humor and all that. The thing that has concerned me for a while is the price point on it, because of how short the episodes are. I better just show this now. Hetalia. So this box set contains the 4 seasons of Hetalia, which I believe are all the Hetalia seasons that are in English right now. But each episode is only 5 minutes long. Now keep in mind there's 104 episodes on this box set. But still, that's 5 minutes an episode. That's basically 26 episodes worth of anime. And which, you know, for its price, which was kind of pricey for, you know, like it was basically priced for, like, you know, a 52 episode series or something. I was kind of going, I don't know about that. But what kind of turned my mind on it was when you look at the extras. Take a look. Not sure if you can see that, but that entire block of words is all extras. It's just absolutely packed. And the feature running time is 282 minutes, which is kind of to be expected. But the extras running time is 483 minutes. It has a ton of extras. So I decided, you know, why not? I may as well get it. I hear it's a very good series. I hear it's a very funny series. It's a series I need to actually learn. Because, you know, you always see someone dressed up there. And, you know, like, I think I mistaked, you know, someone dressed up as America for Armin from Attack on Titan once, which was kind of embarrassing. So they do look similar, you must admit that. So I decided I may as well do that. Now this is the one that I'm most excited about. I've always found this release a bit expensive. I would have preferred if they had made maybe a complete series box set of this. You know, without maybe all the little extras and everything. And I won the first box set of this for free from the London MCM last year. But when I was, you know, when I haggled this, you know, it finally brought it down to a price point which I found acceptable. It was still a little pricey in comparison to most anime, but, you know, I decided to spoil myself because, you know, I'd seen the first box of it and it looks really good, and I've heard it gets even better, so why not? And that is, I got, 1 second, the remaining 3 box sets of Tiger and Bunny. So I've seen the first box set of it, and it seems very good, seems very appealing. It doesn't seem amazing, but I hear it gets even better as it progresses. So, and plus it has this like very nice kind of extras with it, some nice, you know, box designs, etc., etc. It's quite a deluxe release. I would have liked some more on-disc extras. So, like for example, this one only has a Ustream mini corner, which I'm not entirely sure what that is. It's 53 minutes, which is kind of good. This one has another Ustream mini corner, 35 minutes, and this one then has a Ustream mini corner, 54 minutes, and then Meet the Cast, 35 minutes. So they're not as comprehensive extras-wise as I would have liked, and plus there are only like several episodes for each one. Like Volume 2 has 8 to 13, Volume 3 has 14 to 19, and Volume 4 has 20 to 25. But they're on Blu-ray, you get extras with them, you get some nice little collectibles with them, like these little magazines in it, and, you know, cards. You get some nice packaging, you get an extra DVD with it, so you can show it off to friends and all that. It seems like a good release, and it seems like one that I would enjoy. I know it didn't sell well for Cassie, and I'm not surprised. I didn't buy, like, even after winning the first box set, I didn't buy any more of it, just because the price point would just seemed a bit obscene, and not worth it. Which is surprising now, actually, because, I mean, looking at the box set, you get a lot more with these box sets than you do with the Sword Art Online Blu-rays, and the Sword Art Online Blu-rays seem to be selling far better than this ever did. So I'm kind of surprised. I don't know. But, you know, it's a series that I definitely had a lot of interest in. It's one that I definitely wanted to continue. It just basically, I decided to spoil myself. That's the best way to look at it. So that's all I got. Let me just run through them very quick again. So I got Okami-san because it was cheap. I got Squid Girl because it was cheap, and also I had some interest in seeing it, you know. I got Garden of Words because it was cheaper than online. It has a good bit of extras. I've met the director and I've heard very good things about it. In fact, actually, one thing I just want to ask about Garden of Words, if any of you have seen this, I haven't heard the best things about the English dub, so I just want to hear if any of you have seen it. Could you just tell me, you know, whether the English dub is particularly bad? Do you lose a lot from the Japanese? I probably will end up watching this in Japanese anyway, but I'd just like to hear you guys' opinions on it if you have seen it. Hetalia, which I definitely need to watch at some point because, you know, so many people are into it and I hear it's very good. And then, of course, Tiger and Bunny, which I decided to spoil myself on. So, although I didn't like splurge out for them, keep in mind I did haggle them a bit. So that's my anime haul from the MCM. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and bye-bye.